Hey YouTube, Amanda here, and we're going to talk to you about the Lost Sanctuary structure deck, which is coming out really soon, and it's important to know because this is going to be something that we possibly might see in our meta. Right now it's seeing heavy play in the OCG, although they're not playing cards like Sanctuary in the Sky in their builds, and it's said to be slow. So I'm going to talk to you and go down the list of what we're going to be seeing that's important in this structure deck, which basically beckons almost everything you need to start playing the deck, and also cards that are outside the structure deck that you will probably need to play. So first off, this deck is on pre-order for $8.99 on the core TCG website, so if you want to pre-order it, you can get it there. And we're going to start about the trump cards, and the main trump card of this deck is Master Hyperion. He's basically the Dark Arm Dragon of the deck. You remove from play an agent from hand, field, or grave to special summon him, and once per turn you can destroy a card on the field. He's a 2700 beat stick, so that's a really cool plus, and you have to remove from play a fairy type monster in order to pop a card on the field with this effect. So you do have to feed the graveyard in order to get him out. And the Japanese builds basically focus on thinning their deck out and just bringing this guy out. And they don't play Sanctuary in the Sky, and they don't play their Infinity Barrier equivalent in their builds. But we'll see how it ends up in the TCG, because they aren't seeing a lot of Gravekeepers in Japan because they don't have recruiters, so the meta is different. Another really cool card is Agent of Mystery Earth, which also comes in the structure deck. It's basically Stratos. So you summon her, she's a 2-star tuner, and she gets to your hand any agent monster other than herself. So she keeps the pluses in the deck, and she's a great way for thinning. Then we also have Agent of Creation, Venus, which you've seen before. This is an old school card. This gets your Mystic Shrine Balls to the field. And yes, the deck does play Mystic Shrine Ball. Don't question it. It's actually a very good card because you play it along with Herald of Orange Light, and the draw power card that removes it from play to keep thinning the deck. So it's not always, bad to draw into, because there's ways of getting rid of it, often like value in Blackwing decks. And you basically bring her out, and you can get her through Earth. You bring her out, you spam Shine Balls on the field, and then you White Elephant to get them to get cards to your hand, so you get cards to your hand for free. So that's one really cool aspect of the deck. Another really cool thing about this deck is there's a lot of notable reprints, and these include Solemn Judgment, Torrential Tribute, Smashing Ground, Terraforming, your favorite Archwood, Cristia, Victoria, and Burial from a Different Dimension. So those all are going to be played inside the structure deck. So the structure deck alone is worth getting just because of that Solemn Judgment, which everybody plays one of in main deck, so regardless of the deck you're playing. So that's really cool. Another card that comes in this deck is Cards from the Sky, which is the card that basically is your cards from Black Feathers, gets rid of those dead Mystic Shine Balls from your hand, and you draw 2, you remove from play the Light Fairy, and then you can't conduct your battle phase or special summon that turn, which isn't really that bad because this deck is mostly set up for Hyperion. Another card is Divine Punishment, which I'm going to say it's still a noteworthy card, even though we're not seeing play in the OCG. It's basically your Infinity Barrier at the cost of having a Sanctuary of the Sky on the field, period. So it's not that bad of a card. I still really like it, even though it's not seeing much play, and it's still a notable card. The cards that are not included in this set is Herald of Orange Light, which is a played card in the OCG builds. And Herald of Orange Light is basically an effect veiler, but it negates and destroys the card at the cost of sending him from your hand along with another Light Fairy, which you almost always do, especially since you're going to be having dead Mystic Shine Balls in your hand sometime. So that's basically what needs to be covered on the deck. Also, there's a few cards that I do want to mention in response to the deck, people that might be afraid of it in a matchup. We have good side cards against it. So if you're playing Dragonides or Dragons, obviously, we have Koikimera Drago, which will stop the Hyperion plays. And then for everybody else, you have Thunder King Ryo, which will stop the Hyperion plays and stop the searching with Earth, which is also very important. And the Hyperion plays are the main plays of the deck. Then you also have anti-meta cards like removal effects. So if you put a Dimensional Fission on the field, half the cards that try to activate can't, like Honest, Herald of Orange Light, etc. And anybody can basically side Enlightened Imprisoning Mirror, which also shuts the deck down completely because everything is basically light. That's pretty much it for the structure deck, guys. This week's code is going to be DDG Agent because we covered the agent monsters. Questions or comments, leave them to me. Hope this video was helpful and informational to you guys. Take care.